Coordinator for Swim, Drink, Fish. Today we're going to Ahoy Rentals, just over there, to take some samples along the Kingston waterfront. Alright, today we're at Ahoy Rentals in Kingston, and we're going to be taking some water quality samples. So what we're looking for is essentially poopy water, E.coli and total coliforms. E.coli can come from a couple things in water. One is waterfowl, so all the birds. A second, which is maybe more of a problem, is something called combined sewer outflows. So in a lot of old cities, our infrastructure allows stormwater to combine with sewage and it all comes out to the lake. So along Kingston, there are a couple of sewers, but the city's been really good about fixing them up and also doing live reporting of when they're overflowing. Typically, we have really good water quality along the waterfront here in Kingston. This is a new site where no one has sampled yet, so let's see what we find. Alright, so we're about to take our first sample. Before we do that, there's a couple things. We're going to take the temperature of the water. So this is a conductivity meter. Nice, easy digital read. Gotta let that sit for a second. Right now, the water temperature is 23.3. Now we're going to take our first sample using a whirl pack. Essentially, you open it up, scoop your water, fill between the lines, and whirl the seal. Alright, we're off to site B. Also, when we're sampling, we take account of some other things. So we look at the weather, precipitation, and waves, because these can really have a big effect on water quality. Like I said, birds can contribute a lot of E. coli to water, so that's something we keep track of. Also other fish, we just want to know what's in the area. I saw some mallards out there today. Alright, so now that we're back at the lab, we're going to do our processing. So the first thing, I've got my samples in my cooler, and we've got to label our sample cartridges. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is get a read on our temperature blank. We want to keep the samples cool when we're out there, so we've got them on ice, and I want to make sure that they've stayed cold the entire time. Cool, time to get our first sample ready. Opening that up, making sure you're not touching the inside. Same thing with these whirl packs, making sure you're not touching inside or the top. Unwinding. Pulling these two little tabs to open. I'm going to pour in my water. Closing. I give it a little tap. And then whirl to mix. Alright, so now it's time to load today's samples. This is a really cool machine where you can get very fast results. So within a couple hours, if you have high counts of E. coli, these ones are typically going to take around 11 hours. It's made by a company called PBS. Alright, adding my first sample, I'm going to enter a sample ID for the first one to match the cartridge. That way when I get my results, I know which result goes to which sample. A at our first site. Preliminary samples, so I've labeled it 00. Big one would be 01. If you're looking for more water quality results near you, you can check out Swim Guide. It's a website and also an app where you can see water quality results for places all across Canada, the States, and a couple other countries.